fur trade, what's the first animal you think of?
I think of a chinchilla.
Okay, chinchillas are part of it. This is a little bit on the fur farm. This is where they're kept. When I first thought about the fur trade, I thought about minks, because you always hear about mink scarves, mink hats, mink coats. But they're not the only animals. There's foxes, beavers, raccoons, bears, cats, dogs, and chinchillas. These animals suffer barbaric treatments, but the fur trade also contributes to the environment as well. Today we're going to talk about three main issues: animal welfare, environmental impacts, and what you can do to help. Foxes and minks pretty much live in there. They're kept in cages about the size of their body, and sometimes they're stacked on top of each other, and they're also exposed to the elements. Foxes and minks are notorious for developing psychotic behaviors. According to the icanimal.org, they can result to self-mutilation or cannibalism. Foxes are electrocuted, while minks are strangulation, gassing, poison, or breaking their neck, so they suffer much lower deaths than foxes. WWHSI.org says that these animals will often die before their first birthday, because that is when their pelt is considered in the prime. And then we have trapping in the wild. These are leg holds, and this is what hunters will use to keep them there until they come get them, so they're exposed to starvation, the elements, and any other predators before the hunter comes and kills them. They also have leg holds for beavers, which is the same thing except underwater, so they drown minks and beavers. Beavers take about 15 minutes to drown, while minks take about 4. Some animals are so desperate they will amputate their limbs to get out. The environmental impacts of the fur farm. The fur industry contributes to water pollution and global carbon emissions. According to faunalytics.org, minks has emerged as the most damaging material, outweighing other materials across multiple factors. For greenhouse gases, it's 31 times higher than cotton, and for water consumption, it's 5 times higher than cotton, 104 times more than acrylic. Animals already at risk for environmental decline, like Arctic foxes, due to their environment, are already becoming extinct, but as the overhunting, they will get there faster. Other animals, such as rabbits, foxes, and minks, overhunting can cause a disturbance in the food chain. What can you do? You can stop buying fur products. This is just a little bit of the cruelty. How many fur products? So I got mink, fox, and beaver. You can stop buying fur products, or you can look for alternatives, cruelty-free brands. And there's a bunch of cruelty-free brands such as Banana Republic, H&M, Calvin Klein, and Michael Kors. You can also stay informed on what you're purchasing. So if it says it's faux, you can test that by burning a few of the fibers, and if it smells like leather, then it's probably real. You can get involved with animal welfare groups like the FFA, which is the Free Fur Alliance, the HSUS, Humane Society of the United States, and PETA, to name a few. And if you wanted more information on that, you can go to humanesociety.org, and they have an entire list of all the animal welfare groups that you can look at. You can advocate for fur bans. There's a couple countries already that have they legally prohibit fur farming, and that is Austria, Belgium, Croatia, the Czech Republic, Slovenia, Serbia, Italy, France, Netherlands, and the UK. And that statistic comes from fourpaws.org. In conclusion, there's a lot of things that you can do to help make a difference in the fur industry. Have awareness, spread education. We might not be able to control what other countries do, but we can control what happens in the US. And as of 2023, California was the first state to implement a ban on fur sales. HumaneSociety.org says California contributed to 25% of all fur sales in the United States. Other countries are following, such as Massachusetts and Pennsylvania. It's our job to be their voice and try to make a difference, and I hope what I've shared with you today will help you want to make a change.